Once upon a time, in a small coastal village nestled between rolling hills and the shimmering sea, there lived a wise and kind fisherman named Samuel. Samuel was known far and wide for his incredible fishing skills and his even more remarkable wisdom. Samuel's days began before the first rays of the sun touched the horizon. He would row his weathered boat out into the deep blue sea, casting his nets with a hopeful heart. His catch was always plentiful, and he shared his fish with the villagers, ensuring that no one went hungry. One bright morning, as Samuel was preparing to set sail, a group of eager children gathered around him. They had heard tales of his incredible fishing adventures and his wisdom, and they were curious to learn from him. "Please, Samuel, can you teach us how to fish like you do?" asked Sarah, a young girl with twinkling eyes. Samuel smiled warmly at the children and agreed to teach them his secret. He handed each child a small fishing rod and a net, and they set out together on his boat. As they sailed to the middle of the sea, Samuel began to impart his wisdom. "Fishing, my young friends, is not just about casting your nets and waiting for a big catch. It's about understanding the sea, respecting its rhythms, and knowing when to be patient and when to act." He taught them how to read the tides and the movements of the fish. He explained the importance of patience and perseverance, and he emphasized the need to conserve the ocean's resources. Days turned into weeks, and the children learned valuable lessons from Samuel. They grew to respect the sea and all its creatures, understanding that it was their responsibility to care for the environment. One day, as they were fishing, a massive shadow appeared beneath their boat. It was the biggest fish any of them had ever seen, a magnificent, silvery marlin. The children excitedly began to reel it in, their faces filled with joy, but Samuel, with a knowing look, raised his hand. "Wait, children," he said. "This marlin is a symbol of our respect for the sea. It's a reminder that we must not take more than we need." The children hesitated, their excitement turning into understanding. With great care, they released the marlin back into the sea, watching it swim away gracefully. As they continued to fish that day, they caught enough fish to feed their village, but they left the sea with a sense of pride in their hearts. They had learned that the true measure of a fisherman was not in the size of the catch but in the respect and care they showed for the ocean and its inhabitants. Years passed, and the children grew into skilled fishermen and fisherwomen, known not only for their bountiful catches but also for their conservation efforts. They had become wise stewards of the sea, just like Samuel, and so, the small coastal village thrived, its people living in harmony with the ocean, thanks to the wisdom and teachings of the wise fisherman, Samuel.